Yes, you've read the title right. I've played against the best 9-ball player on the planet right now, Joshua the Killer Filler. We were playing at the Derby City Classic, a big international event. We were playing 9-ball race to 9, and it's actually round 1, so the draw could not have been any better or worse, however you want to see it. If you don't know me, I'm Sharivari. I'm a YouTube guy who's coaching pool on his YouTube channel. I don't play a whole lot internationally. I play some local tournaments. I go once a year to the Derby City Classic, and that's basically it. So we will see in this match if my game can hold up with him or if I'm completely falling apart. It's a super interesting match, and for me it was, well, in hindsight it was a whole lot of fun, but during the match, yeah, you will see it. When you're watching it, it was a big roller coaster of emotions because, I mean, you know, you're not playing every day against Josh Filler, right? So it's something special, and I knew I will get this video for YouTube. So of course, the pressure, even though there shouldn't be any pressure on me because I'm not supposed to win, the pressure was definitely on me. And perfect start for me. He scratched on the very first break. I get ball in hand. I have a super open table except from that 4 and that 5 ball. But believe it or not, funny thing is when I got ball in hand and when I saw that the 2 ball is frozen to the rail, all I could think about, complete mistake mentally, all I could think about is do not miss that 2 ball with ball in hand on the very first rack, the very first shot. So yeah, I was all over the place still with my nerves, but I managed to to make it, and now I try to just go into the rail, bounce out, and have a good combination on that 4-5. And if I pull that off, I have a pretty good chance to actually go in front 1-0. But you see, a really bad miss, and I gotta tell you, this really hurts already watching this. I'm watching it, by the way, for the very first time now, and this is just an unbelievable miss. But yeah, as I just told you, I was completely over the place still with my mind. I was just trying to show that I can also play, because I knew, as I mentioned, it's gonna be on YouTube, so pressure was really, really high. Funny story, by the way. Maybe you've read it on social media. That was a great shot, by the way. Loved how he played that. That was awesome. Funny story. Our match was scheduled for 11:30 a.m. initially. Then when we got to back, they rescheduled the match to 10 a.m. And Josh didn't really see that, or he didn't get notified in the app, because usually you get like a pop-up if your match is rescheduled. So like a couple of minutes before the match should have started, or after the match started, the ref came actually up to me and was asking where Josh is. So I immediately grabbed my phone, texted him. Josh and Pia already texted me. He just woke up like at 10:03 a.m. and the match started at 10, so he just got out of bed, took his cue, came straight to the table, and just came there in time. Interestingly, so he almost had to forfeit that match, because if you come like 15 minutes late, then the match is lost. Interestingly, he got, after that one, he got food poisoning, so he had to actually forfeit his second match. So yeah, didn't really go well for him. I mean, I don't want to spoil how this match ends or how the Derby City went, so if you don't want to know what happened, then just skip forward a tiny bit. But of course, eventually Josh won that 9-ball division in the craziest style. He was rushing, running around the table, slaughtering everyone. It was crazy. So yeah, that's about that. All right, second break, second scratch. I get ball in hand. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to draw all the way to the short rail and back out. In my opinion, it's a bit easier to control the cue ball that way, if you don't have to exactly draw to a point, if you can just draw into the rail. I just underhit it a bit, and all of a sudden I'm in a horrible position once again. And keep in mind, I missed that the second shot in the first rack. Had a great chance here, once again, wide open table, great chance. And all of a sudden I have this horrible shot on the 2 ball because I messed the first one up completely. In hindsight, well, I could have maybe played a safety on that one, because I got really, really lucky here. But if you're nervous, if you're struggling, if your mind is all over the place, unfortunately, you're gonna make bad decisions. And that's what I'm doing here as well. A bad decision. I'm trying to take on that combo, which is not too bad. But when you're just not feeling it right, yeah, when your arm is still a bit shaky, when you're really still all over the place, it's super, super tricky to take that on. And just because of that, second chance with ball in hand, wide open table, didn't run it. So you can see what the mental game can do to you in those situations. But I think everyone who's playing competitively knows what's going on inside of me. Funny thing is, just recently I made a video about the mental game. And if I would have used that mindset from that video already in that match, would have been not a completely different story. Of course, on paper, he's like 100-1 favorite in that match. But could have been a bit closer. So, yeah, don't want to spoil how it ended. All right. Nice open table. Nice angle on the 6 ball. Just bounce out of the rail. 7 goes into the side. 9 is hanging in front of the side pocket. So that should be pretty routine for him. Yeah, I really enjoyed the Derby City Classic, by the way. I'm there every single year, like the last 4 or 5 years in a row now. It's unfortunately the only international event I'm playing. And of course, if you then get the chance to play such professional players or all those greats, of course, it's not like you're doing that every day, because here in Germany, as I mentioned, I'm just playing local tournaments. So of course, it's a completely different thing to perform with people watching against Josh Filler, knowing this is going to be on YouTube. So yeah, I gotta tell you, I never really settled in that match, unfortunately. I played a couple of good shots, but you will see that eventually. And all of a sudden, it's 2-0. By the way, of course, I also played in the Banks division. I made it to round 6 there, had a great win in round 5 against Tony Chohan. I also have the video for that if you want to see that. I know Tony couldn't play his real pace because I think he had surgery like a week before or something like that. But still a nice win. Then I lost against Vitaly Patsura in round 6. And in one pocket I made it to round 5, I think. Yeah, round 5. But one pocket and bank pool usually is not my game. And oh, look at this. 3rd scratch in a row. So you can see he's smiling. Yeah, we were hanging out all the time during the derby. So it was actually, yeah, we were both like a little bit shocked to play against each other in round 1. But it is what it is. So yeah, 3rd scratch in a row. Open table once again. So I definitely need to get out now. Because, well, it's not embarrassing to not get out. It's just pool. But, yeah, of course, I want to at least perform a bit. So this is a must run. Nice angle on the 2 ball. We'll probably go 2 rails. I would say the purple 4 ball goes into the upper right corner pocket where I'm standing. I think that's what I try to do. Yeah, that's nice. So just need to stay composed, just work on my fundamental, or not work on my fundamentals, but just what I should have done is I just should have focused on execution instead of worrying what's all around me. But yeah, it looks like I'm a bit more settled now. As I mentioned, I haven't watched this, and this has been like 2 months ago. Nice shot, 2 rails nicely into the line of the 6. Now it's a bit tricky. I have a bit of the wrong angle. It goes to the left, so I could perhaps just roll that in, play the 7 into the lower left corner pocket. But I think what I'm trying to do here is stun to the left, avoid the contact with the 7, bring the cue ball out of the rail and play the 7 into the side pocket. This is my plan here. You can see I understand that it's an important shot, so I'm taking a bit more time, which is good. I like that. So let's see what happens. Okay, just grazed the 7 ball a tiny bit, but this could not have turned out any better. Now I need to draw the cue ball back, and I want to end up with an angle on the 8 ball. This is important. Don't want to end up straight. I don't want to have a difficult time to get on a 9-ball or a difficult 9-ball. Because, yeah, of course, I don't want to mess this one up. Fortunately, a bit too little angle. So I have to use high and left spin, come 2 rails, cross the line of the 9-ball. So my speed control needs to be pretty on point. It's, by the way, pretty nice tables, real fast. And luckily I have a good 9 where I don't waste any time. And I get my very first game on the board. This was a real relief. I remember that, to finally play more than 2 shots in a row successfully, because yeah, it was already, I gotta tell you, I remember how I felt. I was already pretty annoyed with the first 2 mistakes. The first one where I missed this open shot to go in front 1-0, and also the second reg with ball in hand where I already messed up position on the 2-ball, played a really tricky combo, missed that. So yeah, that was a real relief to finally get on the board. And yeah, let's see how it continues. I mean, I gotta tell you, I would love to play so much more of those professional events. It's crazy. It's so much fun there, and I'm sure I could definitely raise my level and be more competitive if I would do that more often and play against all those great players more often. So that would be really awesome to do that. And did I make a ball on the break? No, I don't think so. But yeah, it would be great to do that more often. But unfortunately, doing YouTube is my job. I'm not traveling that often, as I mentioned, just once a year. But yeah, I was always curious to see if I would do that like for 1 year, just traveling around, playing in all those big tournaments, to see how my game would improve. And it would definitely improve. My experience would improve, my competitiveness would improve, my mental game, my whole game overall would be much better, and it would be such a great time. But yeah, I just can't take a year off and travel all around the world. That's unfortunately just not possible. But gotta tell you, this has been my dream for a very long time. But I mean, I can't complain. I'm living the dream right here. Pool table behind me, doing YouTube videos, making videos on YouTube and making a living out of that. So definitely won't complain. Okay, let's see. He pushed out into a rail first, and I did give it back because I didn't favor myself to make that. But of course, you gotta favor Josh to make it, and he got the perfect bounce or kiss of that 2-ball, and now has a good chance to run this rack. So maybe the wrong decision to do that. I don't know, because I mean, you're playing against Josh, so you gotta be pretty certain that he has a very good chance to make that shot, and he will have an open look on the 2-ball. But yeah, I just didn't feel it. I didn't want to do any more mistakes right now. So this is why I decided to let him take that on. And the question is if he's gonna punish me. But I think this shot solved almost everything. A bit of the wrong angle. It's tricky here, because you see, you gotta get, if you're not playing the combination, which I doubt he's gonna play, it's very difficult to get on the right side of that 5-ball that leads towards the 6-ball. So he might has to work, and this is what I'm hoping for here. So high right, coming into the line, avoiding the 7, but you can see now the angle points away from that 5-ball. So he has to work at least to get this done. If he's on the 6, it's over, because 6, 7, 8, 9 is basically almost just stop shots. So I don't really remember what he did here. Oh, that's such a nice shot. Stun following it, touch of left spin. Perfect shape on the 6-ball. That was a really nice shot. And I mean, it's Joshua Filler, as I mentioned. It's in my opinion, not only the best 9-ball player on the planet right now, which he, I think, definitely is, but also overall, for me, he's definitely the greatest. I have to admit right now that, yeah, just how it is, in my opinion. It's crazy. He's such a natural talent. He understands the game on such a deep level. His mental game is so strong. He's mentally just, it's crazy to play against him. So yeah, it was so much fun in hindsight to play that match. Of course, during the match, I was sweating all the time. I was thinking about, worrying about so much stuff instead of just enjoying the match and just playing the game. So hopefully I get the future to play him in future events. Of course, it's gonna get tougher when he did not, or when he got, how do you say that in English? When he's on time, when he knows when his match is and not when he's just coming right out of bed, going to the table, and then he has to play. Okay, the 1 ball saved me because it hit the point of the side pocket, ending up behind the 9 ball. So are we gonna see another push out? Probably. Do you push to the top of the table? I mean, the 9 is never in danger, I would say. Or do you push to the bottom? Oh, he pushes the 1 ball away from the 9 ball. That is real clever. So there's never the danger that the 9 ball is gonna move. That's a really, really clever shot. Just as I mentioned, his brain for pool is so great. Okay. Good news is I could probably split the balls and perhaps get the free ball in between if I'm bringing the 1 ball to the left and the cue ball to the right. Maybe I could also send the 1 ball to the short rail behind the 5-9-8. Try to split the balls, but this was a complete mishit. I tried to do something completely different here. I think it's still a difficult cut, and the problem is the free ball doesn't go where the 7 is, so he has to come twice across the table, and this is why he decided to play another safety shot here, which, yeah, pretty good. Decent speed. Does the 8 ball take the 2-rail path away? Perhaps, but I think if I'm hitting really low, I can go 2 rails. In the best case, kicking the 1 ball like full in the face and leaving the cue ball somehow between that 5-9. But of course, the main goal is also to avoid the foul. But of course, you want to plan stuff like that. If you want to have a full contact or a thin contact, either on the left or on the right, and what kind of speed you want to play. So, I don't remember what happened here. I made the foul. Okay, that's worst case scenario. Even opened up the pocket for the free ball, which of course isn't a real problem because I think he's anyways going to shoot the free ball into the upper right corner pocket from where the cue ball is. I mean, 4-5 is tricky. Oh, he's not? Okay. So the 4-5 is tricky because you need to have the right angle on the 4 ball to avoid the 6 ball and either shoot the 5 ball maybe even into the side pocket or into the lower left corner pocket where the magic ball rack is. So this is an important one. You see how much time he's taking on that shot. Usually he's playing pretty fast, but on some shots you need to be really accurate with your cue ball. And I think he has the angle here where he can just come 1 rail out towards the center of the table. So he identifies those important situations so well, because often in pool, when the table is open, when it's not that tricky, you don't have to be on point precise with the angle. Sometimes even a bit to the left or to the right works, so either angle works. But in that case, it was really important to have not too much angle. Big cut on the 6 ball, but of course no problem for him. That's nice. Perfect angle on the 7. Just 1 rail or 2 rails. That's nice. And think he's on a good way to make it 4-1. So I think I need... right, I remember that one. Oh, that really hurt. Yeah, I remember that one. That really hurt. Now it's 4-1. I could have made it 2-3. So, yeah. But what I was about to say is I desperately need another scratch by him. Usually he's breaking like crazy in that tournament. His break is insane. I remember that match where, that he was playing against Shane on a TV table. I think it was 5-0 within the first 6 minutes because he broke perfectly, made a couple of balls all the time. One ball always in front of the pocket. Super easy layout, even a golden break. It's crazy. The complete opposite to this match so far because, yeah, as you saw, 3 scratches in a row in the beginning. But of course, he's still a bit tired, obviously. Okay. Didn't make a ball on the break. But really nothing for me. I think what I decided to do here is to push into a jump because it comes with position on that on the 2 ball. And I didn't want to leave in an open view on the 1 ball here because yeah, he's just so strong in the defensive game and in the safety play as well. So that's why I decided to push into the jump. He's not taking it. I will probably play that with my full cue just because of the distance. But of course I would have preferred if he took that shot on. Because not only do you have to make that one, you also need to bring the cue ball somehow into position where the 8 ball is not blocking. Otherwise I would have gotten another jump shot. But of course good things can happen. I just need to make contact. A good contact, and then it can end up safe as well. Okay, didn't make it. Make a good contact, and you see it ended safe. Got really lucky with the cue ball here. So interesting little situation here. Can he bring the 1 ball to the long rail? Cue ball to the left, behind the 6 probably. Oh, that was interesting. So he tried, I wish I could rewind, he tried to hold the 1 ball by shooting it into the 8 ball. But the speed was pretty pacey. So I don't really know what he tried to do here. But he left an open shot, but of course this is way too difficult, so I'm trying to bring the cue ball safe behind that 5-8. Turned out nicely. I think the jump is not on. I think he has to kick at that. Probably in between the 4 and the 8 ball. It's crazy. I mean, I played that match, but I don't really remember a whole lot from it. So it's kind of surprising for me as well. Okay, he's trying to kick it 1 rail to the short rail. So probably a full contact. 1 ball. Oh, 2 rails. Oh, I see. He tried to... I don't know if he tried that. I'm just assuming to hit it a bit thinner and send the cue ball to the short rail. Alright. Didn't leave anything open. But I think I can definitely play a stop shot safety here. It's a bit risky because the 1 ball is gonna travel towards the 4 ball. And I don't want to accidentally make a ball. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. I didn't remember that, by the way. Okay. Now I have to pretty much go the same path as the 1 ball traveled. Just come 1 rail, kick it full in the face, send the 1 ball in the best case up table, leave the cue ball down table, maybe behind that 6-9. Oh yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Did I leave it open? No, I don't think so. But this is once again a good opportunity for a safety, for a jump, excuse me. And if you just stop the cue ball, the two ball will be wide open. Okay, he's not going for the jump, or is he? Can he see an edge of it? Looks like it. So I think he's gonna send the one ball once again down table. Oh, he tried to go for the cut. Yeah, why not? Got really, really close. Left me an open shot, a long one. So, of course, I gotta take that on. I mean, it's a difficult shot, but it's an open shot. If I just roll that in, I will have a shot on the two ball. Made it nicely, but just, I think I overhit it a bit. Yeah, I can't see that. That's a shame. That would have been nice. But can I see the left edge of it, or do I even have to go rail first? I mean, if I see an edge, I could play a safety and bring the two ball to the short rail. Yeah, like that, what without the double kiss. Could have avoided that. I mean, it was kind of on, but with a bit of spin, I could have avoided that. And now I think I've sold out. I think the two ball probably goes. But I'm not too sure what's going on with that five ball. I think you can only cut it into the upper right corner pocket. And if you want to open it here, you have to go probably two rails, just like that. Okay, he's trying to open it, and if he goes past it on the left, then he can shoot it actually into the upper right corner pocket or play safety. But this was, it was pretty much perfection. That was a great shot. Nicely done. Didn't try to do too much with the cue ball here. Just took what the table gave him. And here, I think I still have a bit of hope now because it's a thin cut. Cue ball can go wild. And, ooh, almost scratched. He tried to add a touch more left spin or cut the ball a bit thinner to hit like the first diamond away and then come just two rails out, so 3 rails out for the side pocket, or to play it into the upper left corner pocket. And I think he's not going to take that on. That's too difficult, yeah. Nice shot. Splitting the balls, 8 ball to the short rail where I can't make it, and even the chance to bring the 9 ball in between, so very good shot. And here I think I can't see the right hand side from our perspective of the 8 ball. Yeah, I'm checking that, because otherwise I could just try to split the balls once again. 8 ball to the left, cue ball to the right, and maybe bring the 9 ball in between. And because I can't do that, what I'm considering here is, of course, I could try to fin it on the right side, but with that distance, I can hit it way too full or even miss the whole shot. This is why I decided to go for the bank shot here. And that was a nice shot. Perfect kiss on the 9 ball. So, yeah, I just took a chance here. I had to take a chance with that score. And it couldn't have turned out any better. And because I played like a couple of matches in banks, I was not feeling 100% confident, or was not sure to make it 100%. But I had a pretty good feeling for those kind of bank shots, because those bank shots come up all the time in bank pool, where you have to bank 1 rail, short rail, those long kind of shots. So very, very important important rec for me. 2-4. I mean, I made a couple mistakes, and but still, it's just 2-4, so it's not over yet. I mean, it's winner's break. If I just find my rhythm and just be convinced and settle down, I don't know if I've really settled down by now, but if I can do that, then I have a pretty good chance to at least make it a bit closer now. So Well, let's see how this one turns out. Unfortunately, this kind of break is also something I'm not really doing when I'm playing in Germany, because in Germany we don't have that break box. So my break is not the best. And you can see that because I didn't make a ball on the break. And the cue ball was awfully close to scratching into the side pocket. But I don't think I left an open shot here. I mean, perhaps you can cut it into the top right pocket, but I'm not too sure if he's gonna take that on. Yeah, it's much better. Try to play a safety behind it 4-ball. And did he leave an open 1-ball? It seems like it. And I think I have a chance if I'm just cutting that in. Avoiding the 9-ball, I will have a big cut on that 2-ball, but maybe if I'm just grazing the 9-ball on the right, I can get a good position on that on a 2-ball. But it's a cue ball is close to the rail. It's a thin cut. It's super tricky. Overcut it. I mean, overcutting is nice. If you want to miss that ball, or if you're missing that ball, you always want to overcut it. This is something I've learned on these kind of shots, because otherwise the 1-ball will be completely open. This is why I'm not planning to miss the shot, right? But when I'm playing those shots and when I'm having the feeling that I'm gonna hit the ball too full, I'm gonna resettle, try again. Only when I'm have slide, because you know that slide sense you have to either miss the ball too full or too fat, even when you're trying to make it. And I definitely want to have that feeling, if I got a bad feeling, that I'm gonna hit it too thin. And this is why this ended up safe. Difficult to explain, but I think if you're playing pool, you know what I mean. Okay, safety exchange. I mean, whoever gets on the 1-ball first has a pretty decent chance, because the table is wide open. Let's see what he's doing. Yeah, try to hit it thin on that left side. And this is exactly the kind of shot I've talked before on the 8-ball. This is super difficult to hit that really that thin, that the 1-ball doesn't travel too far over in front of the pocket as it did just now. So golden chance for me. And I just promised you, if you have an open table, this is a wide open table. You just gotta run this one. Okay. Nicely done. Maybe a bit too much angle on that 2-ball. Would have loved to be a bit straighter to play just a stop shot on the 2-ball to get a nice position on a 3-ball into the side, where I can just play a stop shot on the 4. I think what I have to do here is just come 1 rail out, play the 3-ball into the right side pocket or into the bottom right corner pocket. Depends a bit on how good my speed control is. This looks like was just a bit too soft. I would have definitely preferred the side pocket. A straight-in shot into the side would be much easier, because now I have a tiny bit of a cut into the lower right corner pocket. But this is a shot you just have to make if you want to win against Josh Filler. And I missed it. Yeah, that one really hurt as well. I think this was the second or third big miss on an open shot, where I didn't have to do anything difficult. So yeah, that one really hurt. That was a big chance. And of course now Josh is probably gonna run this out. Is there anything that can go wrong? Well, I mean, he has to work a bit from the 6 to the 7. That's right. So let's see what kind of angle he's gonna use for that. I think he's gonna use a bit of a bigger angle, where the cue ball can come more naturally down table. Yeah, that's nice. Just a bit short, But I mean, the good news is he just has to make that cue ball come straight up the table. Just like that. Perfect. I mean, he's the best shot maker in the world, or one of the best shot makers in the world. So you would definitely expect him to make these kind of shots. Especially with the new glove. Nice little inside spin shot coming into the line of the 9, ending up with a perfect shot on the 9 ball. So yeah, that was my big chance to get closer with my own break. Now it's unfortunately him breaking again. But I mean, the scratch is still maybe on. So we will see how he's about to break. By the way, shout out to everyone I've met there and to all the people I've talked to and to all the students I had coaching sessions there with. Really had a great time there once again, the 10 days, met so many great people, had a lot of fun, played some really cool matches. So yeah, I'm already looking forward to be there next year again, because this is always kind of my treat to go to the US and just play there. And look at that. Super unlucky kiss. That was super unlucky. And we have another scratch. So the big question is, can I now take advantage of that? Or am I falling apart completely again? I mean, it's a bit tricky because you have to, or I have to get from the 2 ball to the 4 ball. And you can see that 9, 6, and 8 are completely blocking the path. So I need to be around here. Big question is, how do I get there? So I would say, if I would play that now with a free mind, I would go 3 rails. So just like that. Short rail, long rail, pick my point on that final rail, yeah. That's what I'm doing. So at least I'm having a solid plan. So if I get this one right, I have a pretty decent chance. And that's pretty much perfect. Now still a bit tricky to get from that 5 ball to the 6 ball, because now once again I need to have the angle where I'm coming towards the 7 ball, but the 8 ball makes this kind of tricky. So not an easy shot. High left, missed the 7 ball, and the cue ball. Did it travel far enough? Okay, I'm playing that really quickly, so it did. So that was an important one. Could have made things so much more difficult with the wrong angle. But that's pretty decent. Well, I got a bit too straight here. So I will not have the easiest 8 ball. And yes, I know in practice this one is super easy. And if you're playing completely freely, this is easy, but yeah, you want to definitely take that one seriously. And this is why I probably stood up here, because I didn't feel it and I didn't want to butcher it again or dog it again like I did already a couple of times. That was nice. That was a real relief. And I mean, if I make that 9 ball, it's 3-5. I still have a good chance because it's my break. I think I didn't have a single break and run yet in that match. Yeah, so I gotta tell you, we're still in the game. So what's your prediction, by the way? What's the final score gonna be? If you haven't heard it on my social media, on my Facebook or whatever. 3-5. Yeah, it's actually at that point it's not a bad result, to be honest. Of course. You gotta admit it. It could have been actually the other way around. Not because he's playing bad, but because he had like, I think 4 scratches already in this match, and I only took advantage of 2. And I had an open table, a wide open table. So usually if I'm really feeling good and just can play freely, I also run those 2 more racks. So it could have been 5-3 in my advantage. But, I mean, the score is already pretty good. Horrible break once again. By the way, I didn't know if I mentioned that, but I also have, or the Killer Fillers, Joshua and Pia Filler have a YouTube channel together. And I'm doing the filming and the editing of the videos. So if you haven't subscribed to that channel, definitely subscribe. I will link their YouTube channel in the video description. There is also a video with me where we were playing 10 ball, and another one with him playing 10 ball on my channel, so you can watch that as well. But speaking about that, we will do a shooting day really soon again, where we have really interesting videos that we're gonna record. Also, I will be in 1 or 2 videos. So this is gonna be a whole lot of fun. And by the way, because we haven't done the video shooting day yet, so if you have any ideas for great videos that could interest a lot of fans of Josh and Pia, let me know in the comments what you want to see, what he should talk about, or what Pia should talk about, or yeah, anything that you would like to see, because this will perhaps give us a bit of an insight what you would love to see on their channel. But let's get back to the match. I think I'm gonna take that on and trying to run full into the 5 ball, stop the cue ball for the 2 ball. Yeah, that's what I did. Just hit it not full enough, not square enough. This is why the cue ball drifted to the left. So kind of a brave shot, but looks like I'm feeling a bit more confident at that stage, because this was not an easy shot to take on. Okay, I have to play a safety. That was real good. Just hit it really thin. Leave the 2 ball on that short rail and bring a couple of balls in between. So I think he only has the path where he can go kick 1 rail to the right, make a good contact. Might even gonna make the shot. I mean, it's also possibility. And speaking about that, he makes the shot, plays the perfect pace. Gets perfect position on the free ball. I can't believe that. Just when you have the feeling that you're kind of getting into the match, he pulls off a shot like that, and now you're sitting in your chair waiting, watching him run these remaining balls. That one really hurt as well. But I mean, it was a great kick shot, great speed, well judged. I think we talked about that shot after the match. And I think, if I remember it correctly, he told me he was down on the shot. He wasn't really sure if it's right. He adjusted a tiny bit and just shot, and then made the shot because, yeah, he just didn't see it, or I think didn't really wasn't really sure if he's actually gonna make contact, and then he's just kicking it in. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a huge one. He's on his way to make it 3-6. So that's a really important stage of the match. Okay, 8 ball into the side, ending up straight, a bit away of the rail. Easy stop shot for the 9 ball. Yeah, nicely done. So you can see, even playing safety against Josh, you're not always guaranteed to come back to the table. And of course, if he has an open view and an open table, he's not gonna miss. He's not gonna miss easy shots. He's not gonna get out of position. He's just a monster at the table. I gotta tell you, I've watched a couple of matches of him, and it was just crazy. I mean, if you have watched his videos of the Derby, the final, and the match against Shane, or the 2 matches against Shane, the match against FILLER, it's just crazy what he did at the table. And because I mentioned he had food poisoning, he had to forfeit his 2nd match. What he told me was, like, he didn't really feel well when he had to play the other matches, and he didn't have a lot of energy. So he just played so quickly to just get done with it, or because he couldn't really focus. It's crazy how he performed then. He was playing like he was just on a practice table and didn't make a single mistake. So it was really crazy to watch him. Probably one of the best performances I've ever seen at the Derby. And I mean, he did the same thing last year in 2025, where he took like 27 minutes for a race 2-9 against Shane or something like that. So just crazy to watch him play. It's always a pleasure. I love to watch him play. In the meantime, he did make a really good break. Has an opening shot on a 1-ball. Needs to play a soft, low left spin shot, I think. I mean, following would also be possible, but the low left I would prefer. Yeah, just like that. Just a bit more stroke and you have an easier shot on the 2-ball. So the cue ball started to just roll a tiny bit forward. But I think he can definitely handle that. It's not easy though. A lot of angle and you have to get position on the 4-ball. So you probably have to come around. Yeah, just in between. Perfect. And that's pretty much perfect speed control. That was a great shot. And it looks like my mistake or my safety is getting punished with 2 racks if he's managing to run that out. So I think that was a big turning point in that match. Okay, a bit too little angle. He has to force the cue ball a bit around. Just 2 rails. Perfect. Eight ball into the same pocket as the 6-ball. Just like that. Is he gonna draw the ball? Or is he gonna follow it? Yeah, I also prefer to draw that one. Oh, he followed it. Okay, he proved me wrong, but I like to draw those kind of shots. But of course, it's personal preference. That was perfect. And all of a sudden it's 3-7. So, just needs 2 more games. I need 6 more games. So, my percentages of winning that whole match went from 1% at the beginning to 0.1% or something like that. Yeah, of course, I mean, my mindset when I went into that match was not like, unfortunately, it was not like I want to perform, I want to win, I want to play my best pool. My mindset was like, don't make silly mistakes, play a good match that you have a good video. Oh, almost a scratch once again. So my mindset was like, I just want to have a good video for YouTube. But this is the completely wrong mindset. Trying to avoid mistakes, trying to not miss easy shots. What kind of mindset is that, to be honest? No matter who you're playing against, your mindset should always be to just play your best pool, perform, do everything you can to win, even though I'm definitely far off from having a realistic chance in that match to win against him. But I mean, speaking 4 scratches, still a bit tired. I think I don't get any better chance to beating Joshua Filler than in that match. Because otherwise, if he's playing like he's always doing, it's gonna be impossible. But yeah, that's what you learn when you perform more often under those circumstances, to not worry too much about those things. And I think this tournament in general made my mental game a huge step forward. Of course, I do post-tournament or post-match analysis, working on those things that went wrong mentally, and there was a lot to learn from this tournament, which also resulted in the mental game video I've just talked about, where it's about skill level and that your skill doesn't matter in matches, just the performance. So yeah. Oh, I think he told me he was going for the 9-ball. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, he left that 1-9 here. So, still not over yet. I mean, this is a routine 9-ball. Still want to take my time though. Don't wanna dog that one. Yeah, good shot. And it's 4-7. So maybe a break and run, make it 5-7. Even though I did break not very good in this match so far. By the way, you could let me know in the comments if I should regarding the commentary, because I know here and there some people are commenting that I'm talking a bit too much, and I know that if I'm comparing my commentary with other matches where people are commenting on matches, they speak way less than I do. But I just want to share so much with you, and just because I'm on the table, I have a whole lot more to say, I would think. So let me know if you have any feedback regarding my commentary, if I just should shut up a bit more often, just let you watch, think on your own, or if it's good how it is, or if you have any ideas how what I could tell you, if you want to hear a bit more about the shot selection, what's going on the table, or some background stories. Yeah. Oh, that was a good break. That was a pretty good break. Made the one ball into the side pocket, made another ball, lost the cue ball, so the cue ball was not good. And I have a long shot, a long opening shot on the two ball, but I just have to take that on because I just have to roll that in, and the free ball goes, I think, into the side pocket. So real tester here. Oh, that was a nice shot. Stood really still. You can see how long I was down on the shot. So I just focused on my fundamentals here. Okay, three ball into the side pocket. Just follow, leave a bit of an angle on the four ball. Five into the side. I think the six ball passes the seven ball. So should be pretty doable, right? Yeah, should be. If you don't miss that free ball. It was super close. But yeah, you just don't miss these kind of shots if you want to have any chance. So I think that was number 3 or number 4 of some super simple shots that I missed in that match. And that is just unfortunately way too much. Once again, I had a great chance, didn't take it, could have made it 5-7 with my break once again. And now Josh has an open table if he manages to get a good position on the 5 ball, because he has just too much angle on the 4 ball here. I think he's gonna take it on. Cue ball all the way around the kitchen. 5 ball into the side. Yeah. Perfect speed control. That was really nice. Great shot once again. Yeah, I think he still has to work a bit. Probably is gonna draw into the long rail. I think I would do that. Yeah, just like that. That's nice. That's the safest way to play that kind of shot. That's nice. Good shot for a left-handed player. Just gonna probably come 1 rail or maybe even 2 rails down. Oh, he had that little angle, so that it's perfect going into the line. And all of a sudden, it's 4-8. Josh is on the hill. Yeah, as I mentioned, it really hurts to watch that one. Because, I mean, of course, you can't play your 100% in every single match. That's right. But I missed like 3-4 super simple shots, which I make like, I don't know, 98 times out of 100 times. Now I missed already 4 of them in that match, so yeah. That hurts. That really hurts. And, oh, that's super close. I think he can see that 1 ball. So in the worst case, he's gonna punish me for that miss with 2 racks and wins the match. So that means that 3 ball into the side would have been my very last shot of this match. That's nice. I think the 5 ball also goes into the side pocket. Great speed. Does he want to play the 4-ball into the side? Yeah, it's looking good. I think once he's nicely on the 5, where he can just draw probably back for the 6, it's basically over. Oh, he's hitting low. Oh, nice. That was a nice... that was a nice confident shot. Confident shot. That's great. And I have the feeling, of course I know the score, but I have the feeling that this match is slowly gonna come to an end. So I just want to say thank you for watching this. If you have watched all the way till the end, let me know in the comments by leaving an 8-ball emoji. And if you want to see more matches from the Derby, maybe my match against Tony Chohan, the Banks match. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna upload it, or maybe I'm just gonna provide it on Patreon or on Facebook or whatever. But if you want to see more, let me know. If I should compete more and share my matches, let me know. And yeah, just thanks for watching, guys. 4-9, that's okay. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And as always, see you at the next lesson. Take care. That was a bad match.